Over the last 50 years, the real estate has consistently been one of the best performing investments worldwide. Why? The answer is passive income. How do you make your money grow without working? Platforms like Airbnb let you explore short-term rent. I think savings has its limits. There's only so much you can cut back from your income. With inflation eating into your hard-earned money every day, the real question is, how do you make your money grow without working harder for it? For many, the answer is passive income. But the big question is, where do you start? Recently, a friend of mine invested in a commercial property in India. While I have always focused on residential rental as an extra income stream, it got me thinking, which is the better route to passive income? Is it the commercial or residential rental properties? So I decided to dig deeper and do some more research. In this passive income series, I'll share with you our experiences, break down the pros and cons, the unexpected challenges we have faced, and the lessons we have learned on the way. And through this personal experience that I'm sharing with you, I hope you can make an informed choice and start growing your savings in a smart way. By the way, at the end, I will also share some practical roadmap to get you started. So please watch this video till the end. Over the last 50 years, the real estate has consistently been one of the best performing investments worldwide. I have always asked, why? Because the people and businesses will always need places to live and work. The rental income provides steady cash flow. Think of it as a second paycheck every month. Properties often appreciate over time, increasing their value. As the living cost rises, rent typically increases too, keeping your income secure. But choosing the right rental property is where the real challenge begins. Let's explore two key options: commercial rentals versus residential rentals. Investing in commercial properties. Commercial properties include office space, shops, retail space, warehouses, and more. Here are some of the advantages of investing in commercial property. Higher returns. The commercial properties can yield between 6 to 12% annually compared to residential properties. This makes them an attractive choice for maximizing the cash flow. Most commercial leases are triple net leases, which means tenants handle the property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. You as the owner only collect the rent. Unlike the residential leases, which are typically for a year, commercial leases often last for 3 to 10 years, providing consistent income for longer periods. My friend recently invested around 50 lakhs or around 50,000 pounds in a commercial space in Kolkata in India, near one of the city's thriving IT parks surrounded by major multinational companies. The location is prime, with high foot traffic and consistent demand for office spaces. He's expecting a rental yield of around 8 to 10% annually, which is significantly higher than typical residential returns. This kind of investments not only offers the potential for steady income, but also benefits from long-term appreciation thanks to the booming tech and corporate sector in the area. However, he did highlight to me about some of the risks to consider. If a business tenant leaves, it may take months or even years to find a replacement. In an economic downturn, businesses often downsize, leading to higher vacancy rates in commercial properties. It was very evident during the COVID-19 pandemic, which had profound global impact on businesses, forcing many of them to be shut down or transition to remote work. As a result, the commercial rental landscape, particularly office buildings, retail outlets, experienced a significant surge in vacancies. Commercial leases involve legal complexities, making professional guidance essential. So you need to talk to a tax advisor or a lawyer for this one. Now let's explore the second option, investing in residential properties. What are residential properties? Residential properties cater to individuals and families. They're often seen as a safer starting point for real estate investments. This is one of the most common investment factors. Now let me share with you some of the advantages of residential properties. People always need housing. Even during the economic downturns, the demand for rental homes stays relatively stable. Residential properties are typically cheaper than commercial properties, making them easier to start with. I have done that as well. Platforms like Airbnb let you explore short-term renting for potentially higher returns. Based on the reports, a residential property in India in a new developed location gives you around 3 to 5% average annual return. This is pretty much the same number across the globe. While residential property can be a steady source of passive income, it's important to face the reality of the challenges that come with it, especially now, because there are new regulations which are tightening the landlord rights across the globe. Take the countries like UK, Netherlands, Ireland, for example. The stricter laws are pushing many landlords to leave the market altogether. This is really a worrying factor for many investors. And it's not just about laws. Being a landlord means taking a lot of responsibility. You are on the hook for every maintenance issue, from fixing a leaky tap to replacing a broken heater. On top of that, residential properties often yield a lower rental income compared to the commercial spaces, making it harder to justify all the effort. And then there is tenant management. Late payments, property damage, and disputes can turn what's supposed to be a passive income investment into a full-time headache. These challenges are real, and understanding them is crucial before diving into the residential rental market as an investment opportunity for passive income. If you ask me what are the challenges facing the landlords today, then I would suggest the following items are big concern for all the landlords across the world, and that is the reality. Governments worldwide are tightening the rules to protect tenants. For example, many places now have rent caps or restrictions on evictions. Even for commercial properties, you may need to step in for major repairs like structural damages. There is a high risk of increasing interest rates for mortgages and buy-to-let properties, which might reduce the profit margin for the landlords. With the rise of remote work, demand for office spaces has dropped in some of the areas significantly, while the suburban residential properties are booming. In London, the Canary Wharf, which used to be the banking hub of the world, is reeling under tremendous pressure because of this work-from-home situation. But remember, every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. Let's take the positive momentum. Here is a practical roadmap to begin your rental investment journey. Define your goals. Are you looking for a high returns, for example commercial, or are you looking for a steady demand like residential? Set your budget. Include not just the purchase price but also the maintenance and the legal fees. One of the things I always like is to make sure before you invest, because it's your hard-earned money, you should always do the research. Research the market, look for locations with strong demand and potential for growth. Explore home loans, commercial property loans, buy-to-let or partnerships. Inspect the property. Always hire a surveyor or a professional to evaluate the property's condition and compliance with the local regulations. One of the things I would like to share from my personal experience is that when I moved into the property, I found out there was a huge dam. The surveyor didn't actually provide the right level of report that I was looking for, and that costed me around £13,000 to fix it. So it's from my lessons that I want to share with you so that you don't get into that same level of trap. It's highly recommended that you should invest for a proper survey of the property, to look at the condition of the property, to look at the regulations, and making sure that there is no structural damage, there is no leaks, there is no damp, and at least even if it is there, you go with open mind, or you can negotiate the property prices with the seller accordingly. So it's one of the lessons I always think that it should add some value to you. Hire a property manager. If managing tenants feels overwhelming, let a professional handle it. Monitor your investments. Regularly review the market trends, rental rates to maximize your returns. One of my friends had given a rent at the residential property and he has forgotten about it and assumed that there's not much market appreciation. 5 years later, he actually called me to check how's the rental trends currently. And I had to admit the rents have actually gone up almost 50%. So he was in a bit of a shock that he had missed all the opportunity over the last few years. Here's the thing, rental properties are not just investments, they are a pathway to financial freedom. It is a source of passive income, which means once you do all the hard work, you can actually earn the money without actively getting involved. So the conclusion I came to from my analysis and research is that if you can handle market dynamics and seek higher returns, commercial properties might be your best bet. However, if you value stability and lower risk, residential properties are the way to go. There are always risks in any investments. There are real challenges, but with the right mindset and strategy, you can overcome them. Rental income isn't just about money, it's about creating options, security, and peace of mind for you and your family. As always, consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions. This video is based on my personal research and experiences, and I encourage you to use it as a starting point for your journey. Now, if you have found value in this video, you might also like my whole playlist about money mastery and financial freedom.